What's up guys, it's Jin here. Have you ever been painfully sore the day after you've worked out and just couldn't move? Well, I definitely have, and I think foam rolling is a great tool that we can use to try and prevent that soreness as much as possible. In this video, I will go over 10 most essential foam rolling exercises that you can try on your own after you finish your workout, and maybe you can let me know in the comment section down below if it was effective at all or not. But my name is Jin, I'm a licensed physical therapist in Maryland, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on physical therapy related contents. So foam rolling has been around for many years and it can be used for many different purposes, but for today, we'll use it as a way to help prevent muscle soreness and help speed up the recovery as much as possible. Foam rolling can break up muscle knots that have formed after a series of intense contractions of your muscles during your workout and ultimately prevent the muscle from tightening up the following day. The thought process here is if we can prevent muscle knots and trigger points from forming using the foam roller, we can improve the blood flow to the area, which will bring the healing factors and nutrients that are essential for muscle repair. So there are two main ways that we'll use the foam roller today. The first way is to use it for stretching purposes. That'll be the first 5 exercises. And the other way is to use it directly on the muscle to prevent muscle knots from happening. And that'll be the other 5 exercises that I'll show you. Alright, so the first exercise that I want to show you is called a prayer stretch. You want to go on your knees here and have the foam roller in front of you. And with the hands and the palms facing each other, you're going to roll your foam roller out away from your body and then come back in. It's okay to hold for about 3 to 5 seconds at the end as you breathe out and come back in. The goal of this exercise is to stretch the lats and extend your thoracic spine, and so on days that you've done back exercises or lat pull downs, this would be a good one to do. Alright, so the second stretch that I want to show you is called the chin tuck. What we're trying to achieve here is we're trying to reverse the forward head posture that we usually have. We're always looking down on our phone or looking up at our computers, and so we want to try to reverse that and bring the chin in towards your chest, right? And the foam roller can help with that. You can place the foam roller underneath your head. You can either do this sitting down or laying on your back. I'm just going to show you sitting down because it's easier for the camera angle here. And you're going to, like I said, make a double chin here and try to push against the foam roller with the back of the head. The goal is to stretch the muscle back here, the suboccipitals, that come from the back of the head to your neck. And so if you can just press gently and hold for 3 seconds, that'll be your chin tuck stretch. Alright, so this next exercise that I want to show you guys is called thread the needle. This one is going to be good for any of you guys who are extremely stiff. And so if you need rotation, this one is for you. So you want to go ahead and go on your knees again and your hands, and you're placing the foam roller right in between your arms and your legs, and you're just going to go ahead and roll away to one side at a time. So we're turning to the left here first, and the foam roller is going to help you turn in that direction, right? So you're going to turn and come back. You can do the same thing on the other side. Turn to the right and come back. Turn to the right and come back. Alright guys, so this next one that I want to show you is called the hip flexor stretch. Because we spend a ton of time sitting down throughout the day, and even when we're walking, we use our hip flexors quite a bit, and so our hip flexors are always tight. So we're going to try to use this foam roller to try and stretch out the hip flexor that's in the front of our hip. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and bend one knee and then stay down on the other knee. We want to try to place the foam roller right underneath the kneecap. And from here, we're going to extend back. So the foam roller is going to roll back and then come forward again. Okay? You want to extend extend your hip and roll the foam roller back, and then come up again. And one important detail to keep in mind here is you don't want to extend your back and roll the foam roller back that way. You want to actually think about stretching the front part of your hip. And so if you're extending your back, you're just curving your back as the foam roller goes back this way. Rather than that, you want to try to stretch the hip flexor. And so think about the ball of your femur, the ball of your thigh bone getting detached from the socket of your hip. All right, stretch number 5 that I want to show you is the calf stretch. For any sprinters out there or any athletes that participate in sports that require a lot of running, changing directions, you're always pushing off on your foot, kind of like soccer, lacrosse, football, basketball. And so your calves and your gastroc muscle tends to get tight. This one is a good one for you to do throughout the season, where you place your foot on the foam roller and bring your heel down. And try to hold that for about 10-15 seconds at a time until you feel that tension releasing. And then you can come back up. Alright, so that was all the stretching that I wanted to show you guys that you can do using a foam roller. You can definitely do these without the foam roller, but with the foam roller, it helps because it rolls, and so it helps you gain that mobility slowly and with control. So that was all the stretching that I wanted to show you. Now I'm going to show you exercises that you can do that you apply direct pressure on the muscles. Quick reminder here before we continue. If you feel any major discomfort or any major pain while foam rolling the muscles that you think it's tight, definitely seek immediate medical attention. The first exercise using a foam roller that I want to show you that work directly on the muscle is working the back. And so what you want to do is lay on your back with the foam roller in between the muscle that you want to roll on and the floor. And all you're going to do is extend your back and then come back up. Okay? Extend your back and back up. What we're trying to achieve here is rolling the foam roller on the muscle that runs parallel to the thoracic spine to help relieve some tension there, but also our thoracic spine naturally has some kyphosis, meaning it's bent forward. And with the help of the foam roller, we can try to achieve a little bit more of a neutral spine. Although we're not going to change the structure of it entirely, what we can do is teach your body, hey, your spine can actually bend that way instead of bending forward all the time. All right, so this next one is for those of you guys that like to do deadlifts and like to work on your glutes. So let's just say that we're gonna try to roll out the left glute here. So placing the foam roller directly underneath the part of the glute that you want to stretch out, or the part of the glute that you want to roll out. And you're gonna cross your leg, cross your other leg, so that all the pressure goes to that one spot. And you're just rolling back and forth, right? Exercise number 8, we're gonna try to roll out the calves. This one is gonna be beneficial for those of you guys like myself that like to be on your toes the whole time. When you're walking, you're kind of walking on your tippy toes and your weight is shifted forward. So naturally your calves are gonna be tight. Place the foam roller underneath the calf and you're just rolling it back and forth. What you can do is try to have your bottom off the ground so all the pressure goes to the calves and to the muscle. So go back and forth about 10 times at a time, and then take a little break, and then you can switch as needed. Alright, so the next exercise that I want to show you is how you can roll out your quads. This one is a little tricky because this foam roller is a little bit tinier, but if you have a big one, that's better for the quad foam rolling. And so what you can do is place the foam roller underneath the calf, underneath the quad, this time above the kneecap. And you're going to roll out the part of the quad that's tight for you. If the pressure isn't enough, you can try to lift the other leg and then really lean on the foam roller with just the leg that you're rolling. Alright, so our last and final exercise that we can go over is how you can roll out your shins. This one can be beneficial for all the runners out there that like to run. I know the anterior tibialis, your shin muscles tend to get tight sometimes, and this is a good way to roll that out manually at home. And so this time, same position as the quad rolling, except you're placing the foam roller underneath the shin. And so have most of the weight on that muscle, and you can achieve that by lifting your left knee and you're just rolling it out back and forth about 10 times at a time. And there it is. That was the last one. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. These are 10 most essential foam rolling exercises that I recommend for recovery and preventing muscle soreness. Thank you, and I will see you guys on the next video.